Hello and welcome to Ryno's Orioles Report. So, first full week of Major League Baseball in the books. As far as the Orioles are concerned, they started last week in Texas, took 2 or 3 games there. Then they came home, faced the Yankees, won the home opener at Camden Yards against the Yankees, and then lost in the next two. 500 isn't terrible. Much rather more wins, though. First game against Texas, relatively low scoring as far as, new baseball era goes. You had Henderson and Mateo with the RBIs in that game. Another stolen base by Mullins. That was the Bradish game. Wait, am I on the right day? If I'm on the right day. Should be the right day. Just make sure I got my days right. Okay. This was a day that Bradish got hit. He's pitching okay. Gave up 1 hit and a walk. Struck out 2 in an inning, 2/3. I should actually say there is an update on his injury. I will get to that later. Got hit by a comebacker. Kulam is how they're pronouncing this guy's name here. He's been pitching okay. Wells took the majority of the innings that day. And yes, he was scheduled to pitch the next game. So what happened next game, this is more like in this era score in baseball. A lot more runs. But Gibson, well, he wasn't really on shortened rest. He was about on normal rest because of the off days. So he essentially moved him up one slot in the rotation because you kind of ended up combining Bradish and Wells. Mullins, Rutschman, Mountcastle, they all got. Mountcastle had 3 RBIs that game. That was great. Mateo's offense seems to be improving as far as I can tell. I mean, improving based on what we had seen from him. He's not just a speed guy, which is nice. Mountcastle and Mateo both homered in the game. Gibson, this was exciting to see. Usually the Texas teams have pretty potent offenses. It was nice to see Gibson not only hold them down to only 2 runs, but to go 7 innings. That's pretty good. Gillespie and Perez in relief. So, between the first 2 games of Texas, they held them down pretty good as far as scoring runs, which is nice. Yes, this is a loss, but excuse me. Maybe it's just me and being an Orioles fan. This was like the most important game of the whole week. Thinking about the rotation, right? Gibson went the day before this one. Wells and Bradish went before that. Are they going to put Kramer on shortened rest? No. They called somebody up. Grayson Rodriguez. Yay! Welcome to the show. Not bad for a debut here. 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts. Strikeout an inning is pretty good. Both did not have as good an outing. 3 runs here. But Aiken and Baker slammed the door, essentially. Oh, never mind. Not slam the door. They lost this game. Duh. Said that. So excited about Grayson Rodriguez, I don't know what else happened during the game. Pretty much. I mean, it's a loss. I don't care. Grayson Rodriguez is finally in the big leagues. Now, while I'm not going to talk about Bradish's injury status yet, it does appear that for the time being, Grayson Rodriguez will take his spot in the rotation. He is scheduled to make a start Tuesday in Camden Yards, which I'm excited to see. I got tickets. Now on to the Yankee series. First home series of the season for the Birds. Yeah, I mean, it's the Yankees, so of course, they're putting up a shit ton of runs. But as far as this first game goes, the Orioles were able to score, which is very nice. No home runs, which was kind of surprising. But one home run, Cordero, who at one point was looking like he was going to make the Orioles roster, and of course he goes to the Yankees. Yay. But at least it wasn't Aaron Judge. Most likely they spent so much time trying to keep Aaron Judge down, not paying attention to anybody else almost. But it happens. It's what a dynamic player like Aaron Judge can do for your lineup. Kramer, not that great of an outing. But that was one of the things that I said. Pitching was going to be a problem. And yes, I did say the bullpen. I was worried if the bullpen was going to hold up, but most of that comes from if your starters aren't giving you any length, then your bullpen's just not going to hold up. Of course, you have 9 guys out there. You think it would be able to hold up under any circumstances. Kulam, new guy out there. Had a pretty good outing there. Didn't give up anything. Baker has, I think for the majority, Baker has been good this season. He has given up a few runs. Batista, little shaky-ish. Did have a walk, but 2 strikeouts. True Batista fashion. And then things kind of went to shit, and the Yankees were like, yeah, screw that. We're the Yankees, so we're going to win. Bunch of bastards. Still relatively low-scoring game. 1 run by the Orioles and 4 by the Yankees. That is somewhat low. See, they didn't hold Judge down that much this game. Stanton hit a home run. Not great. No home runs by the Orioles. Gunnar Henderson did get his stolen base. Irving, he was one of my concerns. Relatively unknown, but his numbers just didn't look that great. He's got to be doing better than this. Otherwise, when Bradish does come back, it'll be Irvin going and Rodriguez is going to stay. At least I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. But Aiken, again, pleasantly surprised that Keegan Aiken can come in and throw an inning plus and not give up any runs. I'm liking that. Both did surrender 1, but when your bullpen is pitching 4 innings and the bullpen only gives up 1 run, I'll take that. This is what you need to fix. I mean, you like his strikeout numbers, But it doesn't matter how many people you're striking out if they're still scoring off you. And then yesterday's game, Orioles were able to put up a few more runs. Not too many. Disappointing. Yeah, Judge said, yeah, screw you guys. 2 home runs yesterday. One of them, I don't know what they were thinking with their pitch selection. It's like the whole sequence of that at bat, everything was high. Like that's not gonna, that doesn't work. You can't just throw high, 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 and then high fastball directly in the center of the plate. What do you think Aaron Judge is going to do with that? Be lucky if the ball even lands. It's set in an orbit. But, however, I'm just some guy sitting in his basement talking about baseball. What do I know? Fastball in the middle of the plate. Most dangerous home run hitter in this era. Idiots. That was... Who's catching yesterday? McCann. McCann was catching yesterday. Now, was this a planned strategy between McCann, the pitcher, and the pitching coach? Whatever advanced scouts telling the Orioles to do, high fastballs in the center of the plate. I can't see any scouting report saying, hey, yeah, throw that pitch to Aaron Judge. Yeah. Okay. Sadly, with McCann coming off the DL or IL, which that's not the sad part. The sad part is Kyle Stowers got moved down the AAA. Mostly the reason is they wanted him to get more consistent playing time. Well, Brandon Hyde, you could have just done that up here. Right? Instead of trotting out Terran Vavra and Frazier, and it's like, I would have much rather Stowers have stayed and get consistent playing time in the major leagues. He's been in the majors too long as far as I'm concerned. It's time to get him in the big leagues and see what he can do. But as of right now, that's not what they're doing. I mean, okay. They are keeping 3 catchers. I may have mentioned that, I don't know, I guess the first show I did here, that I didn't think they were going to keep 3 catchers. But because they want to DH Rutschman, I still don't understand why. I mean, I get you want his bat in the lineup, but there are other people on this team too. This isn't the Baltimore Adley Rutschmans, okay? Adley Rutschman can have a day off. Now, I mean, of course, he went 4-for-4. And that is why they want him in the lineup. But you might be getting more 4-for-4 performances if you could actually get him a day off every once in a while. Maybe. Because do you really need McCann and Ben Boone there as well? In my opinion, I don't think you do. I would much rather have Stowers because that gives you 5 outfielders, right? You have Mullins in center, Hayes in left, Santander either right field or perhaps DH, and Stowers in right. Now you do have McKenna. However, stop getting Vavra time in the outfield. Like, you really putting Terran Vavra in the outfield more than Kyle Stowers. However you like. Yeah, shows what I know. Oh yeah, don't DH Rutschman. But still, I'd rather have him healthy for the long term. He's not going to stay too healthy if he's catching 4 or 5 games a week, and then his off day, he DHs. It's like he doesn't actually ever get a true day off. Wells, he was able to go 6 innings, which is nice. 4 runs, 6 innings, 6 strikeouts. I mean, it's nice. You like to see that, but 4 runs isn't too bad against the Yankee lineup. You would like your offense to be able to put up some more than 3 runs. But, however, it is what it is. They're young teams. They're still learning themselves and such. All right, so let's take a look ahead to schedule. Athletics are in town Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. 4-game series. Then the Orioles head to Chicago. White Sox, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Chicago White Sox. This game should be this Tuesday game here. Supposed to be Grayson Rodriguez starting. Or is it T-shirt days? T-shirt day. Should be Gibson going tonight. Where did I see somebody had an update on Bradish? Oh man, I'm going to try this name. Rock Kubatko. Rock Kubatko. God, so terrible. He's going to have a rehab assignment. Expected to begin later this week. When did today? This is as of April 10th. AA Bowie be the most logical spot because that is it the closest? Aberdeen isn't closer. Well, Aberdeen is like, no. Yeah, okay. Aberdeen is single A, Bowie's double A. So you get the closeness and the elevated competition, if you will. 15-day IL, hitting the right foot, eligible return on the 19th. He wasn't able to throw a bullpen session on Saturday. Anything else important here? Yeah, I mean, the Orioles do have kind of a logjam in the infield. Because it's like Frazier has actually been hitting fairly well. So you want Frazier in there. Urias, he plays a great third base. He's pretty good at bat. You want him in there. You want Gunnar Henderson in there. You want Mateo in there. It's like you got 4 dudes for 3 spots. It's probably why they decided to send Stowers down, because it's hard enough having 4 guys for 3 spots in the infield. Do you also want to do that in the outfield at the same time? That's right. There was something weird with the whole, what are they calling it? Pitch clock, and you got to be ready to go because the pitcher's just going to pitch. Apparently Santander wanted time. He didn't get it. And it was called a strike. There was some frustration. There was some yelling and whatnot. Luckily, he didn't get thrown out of the game, which I assume that is the umpires recognizing there's going to be a lot of frustration with this. Talking about one of Judge's home runs yesterday, late in the game, which didn't help it being late. Trying to mount a comeback, and then here comes Aaron Judge, and he gets a better view. This is the Athletics lineup for tonight. Oh, look, Jace Peterson. Doesn't appear to be any huge bats. I mean, it looks like a lineup of hitters, but it doesn't seem to be anything too worrisome. So, we'll see how things. Oh, what did it have the? What is the record? What is the Athletics record? Oh, I have no idea. Here you go, 2-7. So, as you see, the game is getting underway now. 6:30 start. Oh, I'm late getting this video out. It happens. Yeah, see, Gibson's going in, and Grayson Rodriguez, first home start tomorrow. I'm excited. Hope you are excited too. Comment below. How are you thinking about Grayson Rodriguez? You liking him so far? Be sure to like and subscribe. I am the Angry Ryno, and this is Birdland.